Hello everyone and welcome back to our very next video for mathematics. Let's start a session with a warm-up activity. You can see I have a few objects. Can you measure them for me? Let's take this box. You can see I have a few paper clips with me, with help of which we will measure this box. So let's start. I am linking this up. So you can see the size of this pencil box is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 clips long. Now let's see another kind of measurement. Here you can see I have a bottle filled with water. Now can you measure this water within the bottle with help of paper clips? No, right? So we measure water with help of measuring cups. So let's see how much is the capacity of this bottle. So here there's one glass. Two, three, four, and half. So the capacity of this bottle was 4.5 glass. So here you can see this is a different form of object where we measure it with help of measuring cup. You can see I have two bottle gourds here. How do you measure the mass? Can you measure them with help of paper clip? No, right? Neither can you measure it with help of measuring cup. So we can measure such objects with help of balance. In each of our activity, you can see we were measuring the objects in different ways depending on its requirement. So now the question is, what is measurement? So measurement is nothing but finding a number that shows size or weight or amount of something. There are 5 basic measurements. They are mass. Also, you can say it as weight. To measure mass, we use units like grams, kg, ton, etc. Next, distance or length. To measure distance, the units used are meter, feet, yard, and so on. And when we come to area, the units here are feet square, yard square, or acres. Now the fourth one we have is time. To measure time, we use seconds or minutes, hours, day, year, month, and so on. And the last one, volume. In case of volume, the units which we use are gallons, ounce, liters, and so on. So here we have 5 ways of measuring different objects. In this chapter, we will be learning 3 ways, that is measurement of length, measurement of mass and measurement of capacity, that is for volume. Do you know, in our daily life we use measurement in one or the other way. Like when your mom, she is making a coffee for your dad. So what she does, she measures water as well as milk before preparing, and then she pours it into the pan. What about coffee and sugar? That is also measured with help of spoon. Similarly, when she goes out to buy vegetables, have you seen what the vendor does? Yes, he has a balance with help of which he weighs the vegetable or fruits and then he gives it to his customer. Or your dad pour petrol in his car. So you saw in how many different ways we are using measurement in our daily lives. Now in this chapter, that is chapter 8, measurements, we will be learning measurements of length, measurement of mass and measurement of capacity. So before we start, let's start the chapter with a mind map. Let's start our chapter with a mind map. Under measurement, we have 3 subtopics. They are length, mass and capacity. So we will start with measurement of length. Now I would like each one of you to open your textbook at page number 108. 8th chapter, that is measurement. Here you can see 3 activities given. The first one, you have to tick the longest pencil. You can see 3 pencils are there. You have to tick the longest one and cross in the box next to the smallest one or the shortest one. By seeing at the picture, we can find out that green pencil is the longest, so you have to tick here and cross next to the yellow pencil as it is the shortest of all. Now here we have 3 vessels, 1 jar, cup and glass. So you have to tick the one that holds the most amount of water and cross the one that holds the least. The third activity given to you is, in these 3 vehicles, you have to write H below the one which is heaviest and L below the one that is lightest. So here the activity is done. Coming to our first subtopic under measurement, that is measurement of length. Everyone, please open your textbook at page number 109. Here you can see there is a box which they have measured with help of paper clips, similarly to the one which we did earlier. So now what you have to do is, you have to count the number of paper clips and write it here. That will tell us this box is equal to the length of these many paper clips. So here we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 paper clips long. So this box is 5 paper clips long. Similarly, you have to count for this rectangle photo frame, and there are other 2 where we have a shoe and paintbrush, where the shoe is measured with help of crayons and even the paintbrush. So here you have to count the number of crayons. So these are the activities under measurement of length given in your textbook at page number 109. We have a few problems to be solved using the same method at page number 109 as well as the next page, that is 110. So you can see there is a eraser and pencil. So you have to find out the length of the eraser and pencil with help of paper clips. So this you can do it by yourself. And even we have a purse and box at page number 110 where you have to find the measurement of the same with help of paper clips. Now you can see there are 4 pictures here. Handspan, this is called handspan, footspan, pace and cubit. Handspan and the other 3 are used to measure length. Now we'll see how are they useful in measuring length. So let's measure this table with help of handspan. So here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 1/4. So you can see how we measure with help of handspan. Now with help of pace we are going to measure the distance between these 2 tables here. So here it's a just normal walk. 1, 2, 3, 4 and there 5. So 5 pace. So there you noticed I took 5 steps to cover the distance between the 2 tables. So that is a way of measuring distance. Now there is another way of measuring distance, that is called cubit. We have seen flower vendors, how do they sell flowers? So they measure it like this, that is cubit way, and then they sell on basis of how many cubits they have made or taken. So these are the different ways how we can measure distance or length without actually using the units, the proper units that are required. At page number 110, that is 110, we have another exercise related to measurement. Here you have to compare the length of different pencils. The first question is, pencil B is shorter than pencil dash. So B is shorter than which pencils here, A or C? You have to see and write here. You have to compare these 2 pencils with B and write comparison with which pencil will B be shorter. Next, pencil C is dash than pencil A. Now you have to compare only pencil A and C and find out what is the position of C. Is it shorter or is the length of pencil C longer than pencil A? Now pencil B is dash than pencil C. So here you are comparing the other next 2 pencils, that is B and C, these 2 pencils, and you have to write B is longer than or shorter than C. Pencil dash is the longest, so you can do it by yourself. Coming to our second subtopic, that is measurement of mass. Here you can see there are 2 balance, where in one balance, one side we have 2 apples and the other side there is 1 apple. So naturally the balance is inclined towards the side where it is heavy. 2 apples are heavier than 1 single apple here. But whereas when you see the other balance, it is in a steady position because both sides there are 1 apple each and they weigh the same. Similarly, I had shown you with bottle gourds. So what did I tell you? That both have different weight. So when you weigh on a balance, we can find out which one is heavier than the other. So this is the way how we can measure mass or weight of any object. Everyone, please open at page number 111, that's 111. Here we can see the picture of a balance and how it helps us in weighing. This is another kind of balance. Previously we saw one kind and this is the another kind. But the function of both the balance are same. Here we can see one side we have a pumpkin and another side we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 apples. So one pumpkin is equal to 8 apples. That's why this balance is right now steady. So here in this problem, what you have to do is, you have to tick the vegetable that is heavier than the other and cross out the vegetable that is lighter than the other. So the another problem is also same. So you have to do is just tick next to the vegetable which is heavier and cross out the vegetable that is lighter. Under measurement of mass, we have another two problem at page number 112, that's 112. Here we have objects kept in both sides of the balance, that is the second problem we have a book kept one side and 4 oranges kept another side. So you have to say 4 oranges weighs as much as dash book. How many books are there? You have to count and write here. The next one, 2 balls are here and 9 pencils are here. So you have to write dash balls weigh as much as 9 pencils. So measurement of mass finishes here. Coming to our next subtopic, that is measurement of capacity. This is the last one in measurements. So here, what is measurement of capacity? What is capacity? Capacity is nothing but the amount that a container can hold. So we had seen earlier how we measured number of glasses that a bottle could hold. Everyone, please open at page number 112. Here you can see a jug and a kettle is given. So a jug can hold 6 cups of water, whereas a kettle can hold only 4 cups. So you can find out the difference between the capacity of both the vessels. For this subtopic, there is 2 problems that is given down here. The first one, here you have to circle the one that can hold less water. In these 2, you have to find out which will hold less water. And the second one, you have to cross where more juice can be preserved. You have to cross one that can hold more juice. So there are 2 problems pertaining to a subtopic, measurement of capacity. Dear students, so we are done with our chapter, that is chapter 8, measurement, under which we had measurement of length, measurement of mass and measurement of capacity. Before we wind up, I want you to take down the activity related to the chapter, that is you have to take 2 different bags and you have to find out the capacity of that bag by filling them with similar books. So you have to find out the capacity by filling them with similar books. Hope you all understood the chapter. Study well. Take care. We meet you in the next video. Till then, bye.